Damn, yo. So okay. Chaotic. Welcome, sir.
How are you feeling, CT?
I'm pretty good. Thank you so much for asking, Gwef. I'm a lot better. I won't be back until Sunday.
Okay.
Kind of was suspended. I did some stupid stuff. Um, Salute to you, Hamp, and salute to you, ladies on the panel.
Sir.
I'm gonna talk for maybe 5 minutes. And I would like maybe not 5 minutes.
No, the hell you ain't.
No, the fuck you not.
Just give me a second real quick.
Run that back.
I really want you ladies to grab another glass of wine because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be the guy whisperer. I'm gonna tell you a secret that 99.999% of men in America aren't gonna tell you. 27 years ago, no, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe 28, 29 years ago, I stumbled upon a VHS tape. I had never seen anything like this before. Now, 28 years ago, I was about 10 or 11 years old. And an older family member of mine left this VHS tape in the VCR. It changed my world. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what it was until the end of the story. I'm going to give you some names here. Jada Fire, Lacey Duvall, Pinky.
Shit like that.
Ava Devine. The sexual market has become oversaturated. Hear me out. Oversaturated with the digital age. Remember, in the 90s, you had to use a VHS tape. You had to set it up. You had to make sure nobody was in the house. You had to make sure your parents weren't coming home at a certain time. Hear me out. In your local airport, at your work, place of employment, there is a man masturbating to porn right now. Now, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to tell you something that a lot of men won't tell you.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker. That's that shit.
All it takes is for a man to get his phone out. He can look at any type of woman he wants to. Any woman from any era. And he could sit there and jerk off the porn. And all it takes is about a minute and a half. A lot of women, I have to say this, you guys are so unaware of what is really happening here. I look at my millennial friends who I went to college with, most of these women are single. It's because you are not competing. You're not competing against the porn stars who are digital, by the way. Men aren't even fucking them. You're not competing against white women. You're not competing against women from across seas. Now, I rock with American women. But the reason why you're not being approached is because I don't know about you ladies on the panel, but Gway is right. You don't realize that men are the prize. A lot of women, I gotta say this, you're fat, a lot of women don't come out the house looking jazzy and nice. You got to understand, men, we're animals. We're animals. And every second of the day, we are, not second, but listen, every guy pretty much is thinking about coochie throughout the day. You know, a guy could be writing a legal document. He could be a lawyer. He's thinking about coochie. And all he has to do is go into the bathroom and, rub one out, and that's it. So what is the point of approaching a chick who has an attitude, a chick who's fat, respectfully, a chick who came out the house like she just woke up and this, I'm going out the house. Women aren't competing now. It is shocking how women don't know this. And especially
CT. Wait. Thank you for that.
I wasn't
Thank you,
done.
Matt.
But you've been drinking, but I'm gonna give you.
No, I have not been drinking. I've been
You were
drinking
drinking earlier
for a while,
today.
so.
You were drinking earlier today.
No, I wasn't. That would be you, sir.
No,
Anyway,
no.
so
But you
you're
cut me
saying
off. I
that
wasn't even
men,
done talking
because
about
I
jacking
want to
off.
keep the conversation
I
going.
wasn't done.
Come
I
on,
wasn't
man.
done.
We
You wanna
didn't want you up here giving your long soliloquy. I'm asking. I'm trying to engage you, though. No, I'm engaging you. I'm going to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
This is why men aren't approaching you, gentlemen.
That's fine. I don't want you to approach me. I'm asking you a question.
I'm married and no.
Perfect. Can I ask you this question now? Sir, cut it. You're being soft. You're being really soft right now. Listen, please. So, the question I have for you is, are you stating men aren't approaching women because they don't have to, because they can jack off? And that's like a personal problem to me.
Capital Y, yes.
So y'all prefer cyber women and
yes. I listen. When I was dating listen. Do you know how many women that I dated in my past, and I would just rub one out because it was just that damn easy? I mean, think about it. Just think about it. It's so easy to rub one out, and a lot of men won't talk about this. And I'm speaking for myself.
That's incel behavior, though.
Okay, okay. You can give it whatever tag you want.
No, I'm not attacking. I'm really asking.
Video games. I don't play video games, but you guys are competing with video games. You're competing with even knowledge. A lot of guys will sit back and, hey, man, they may be into their hobbies more than you. You gotta compete. And a lot of women don't understand this. And I listen, I want more Americans to marry.
So how does a woman, and why should a woman compete with a video game, an inanimate object? Because you can't get a baby from an inanimate object.
A lot of guys don't want babies.
Oh, they don't? Because I thought that men wanted to produce families and have a legacy. So you're saying majority of men don't want legacy anymore?
So we don't have single moms out here? Wait a minute. Hold on.
No. I didn't ask you that. I said, no. You said a lot of men don't want kids. You just literally sat there and said that. So you're saying a lot of men don't want a legacy? A majority of men don't want legacy now?
I don't know. I don't have the data, but what
you just said it.
Well, 70% of our kids are born with into single mothers. So that's the point he's making.
That kind of proves it right there.
That's not what he said.
But he's making it sound like men aren't interested in women. They'd rather do
X, Y, and Z. He's saying the convenience of access.
Ma'am.
So CT, I'll give you one example. Lil Yachty, you know the rapper?
Yeah.
Lil Yachty, if you see him perform, if you heard him talk, you would think he's like an incel, right? But if you see him perform, he has a whole big personality. He'll turn out, what's that? The big, all those big, he gets paid. He gets paid a lot to do, Yachty, right? He says he sits in the house and just plays video games and masturbate. He said he prefers that. And he got money out there. You know what I'm saying? Because the convenience factor is no stress and you get the same nut, essentially. That's what they thinking.
So that's his thing.
That's the case, if that's the case, Hampton, that's the men, right? Now, before I said it was the women, because we are the ones that have to, accept, and much like what Chaotic said, I agree with that. I agree also with what you put out there is what you get. But if that's the case, Hamp, that doesn't fall on us. That falls on men.
Exactly. Hence what I said earlier.
Think about this for a second. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing, but if it's less stressful, you can get back to reading your book or doing your work or going to play whatever ball because the women are a headache and it ain't worth it because of the rejection, because all of the dopamine hits you get from Instagram. Why not just do that?
I mean, well, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But that doesn't fall on us.
No. I'm saying take a second, listen to what CT said, listen to my very minimal add-ons, and then what do you guys think about all of that?
I agree with him. I think that men are not approaching, like I said in the beginning, there are different sets of men. Some of them are not approaching because they feel like it's easier to just be with themselves. Okay, it's easier to sit in the house and be on the computer. It's easier to sit in the house to not do nothing but jack off. It's easy, but that's also antisocial behavior. It does not help anxiety, bro. It does not help with relationships. And then when they try to go out there, and I think on here we had this discussion with the other young man. I forgot his name, who said the same thing. He thinks it's easier to be in the house playing his video games than being out here and talking to women and being outside.
Right. And is there anything wrong with that? No, chaotic. Is there anything wrong with a man choosing to do that?
No.
There's nothing wrong with
it. I would like to address Ro real quick. See, the beauty of women is your predictable. M Twine with the $5 super chat. If women have the rest in bitch face, what would make the man you want have the energy to approach you? Ooh, good question. Unpopular Truth with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, guys. That's them old heads that say keep on trying, the ones y'all don't want. Okay. Unpopular Truth, the $5 super chat. Y'all attitudes on here are the same attitudes in the streets. Thank you so much for the super chat.
You know UT hitting the
Bino with the $10 super chat. Gway be capping. Ladies, don't let her fool you. She was the same person that said I should look in the mirror. She is no different than the ladies up there on the panel. Oh, stop it, Drake Bino. Nick the Magnificent, the $2 super chat being a member, says Big Hamp and panel salute. Thank you so much, man, for this.
Word. I got like 6 more.
Marcus with the $5 super chat. Question for Brother Hamp and Chaotic. Why do y'all think some of the women on the panel are not completely honest on this topic? Oh, that's a good one. I got the answer for that one.
He asked that same
Popular
question.
Truth says CT knows something. Yes, I do. Now for the $5 super chat. Same way these dudes be having to compete with these battery operated toys. Oh, y'all having y'all nightstand. Oh, Joel with the $5 super chat. Women play video games and or rub one out every so often too. Does that make y'all themselves? No. Similar question. I asked last time. Pocket vagina. I would like to address Ro real. Oh,
go ahead,
Marcus.
No, go ahead. No, that was the one he asked us the question. But go ahead.
Now, Ro, this is the beauty of women: predictability. Now, of course, you're gonna say, "Well, that's antisocial behavior. That's incel behavior." Oh, just like in the '90s when girls made fun of boys for playing video games all day, but not me. I didn't play video games. See, you're trying to shame men, but men don't care. And let me tell you something else. Some of the greatest antisocial people have ushered in the computer age, the quantum computing age, etc. Steve Jobs was known for his minimalism, for his antisocial behavior in the workplace. Go online and type in Steve Jobs.
I watched the movie and read his book, but on his deathbed, he said he regretted all of it. Leave it alone.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll take it.
I mean, you could go read. You can go read his document. You can listen to his documentary and watch it. Yeah. But go on with your point.
I'm not arguing with you, but what I'm saying is this: you ladies have to come to terms with what a lot of guys are saying, especially a person like me who's just open about a lot of things. A man would just rather rub one out and be done with it, because you got to think you're only gonna look as pretty as you were yesterday. When a man could just get on the computer and I could look at Pinky from 20 years ago. I could look at Tiana Trump from 10 years ago. You got to sit back and think, man. You could always go back in time and rub one out to an 18, 19-year-old Tiana Trump.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't sound like, what you're saying, it doesn't sound like what we're talking about. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. The points that you're making are valid, but that has nothing to do with what we're actually talking about. Because you're talking about men who are not interested in dating. We're talking about men who are interested in dating and who are being social and who do want to approach women or don't want to approach women, but they are interested in dating. You're talking about people who are. I'm not done. You're talking about people who have no interest in socializing or engaging the other sex. So yeah, the point is, the question is, what is the point that you're making as it relates to what we're talking about?
Okay, ma'am. I literally said that a person like me, I got my fair share of coochie, and I loved dating when I was in my 20s.
You gotta stop coming here lying. You gotta stop coming on here lying. You know good and hell well, Chaotic. We go through this every fucking time. Never mind, I'm being peaceful. Let me mute and let you finish.
No, but what I wanted to ask earlier, what okay,
exactly. So men aren't approaching you ladies because it's cackling. So here goes the thing.
Wait. Let me ask a question real quick.
I wasn't even done answering.
Are you serious? You've been talking for like 10 minutes.
Just ask him. Chaos, just answer a question. Go ahead, sis. Go.
I just want to know what's wrong with women doing what men do, what those men do. Just choose not to go out and look for women, play with themselves at home, play video games. Why can't women just?
You can't do it.
The men on here that you just said we don't compete, we don't get dressed, we don't go outside, we're minding our business. Why do y'all care?
Ma'am, I'm obviously speaking about the women who do want to date. What I am saying for the 50 billionth time, if you are interested in dating as an American woman, maybe you should take pointers from the kings and queens of society. Here's my thing. I don't like, for example, Kamala Harris at all. However, if I was a woman, I would say, you know what? Let me look like her when I go out the house.
Hell nah. She with that old ass white man. Are you bugging? What are you doing?
That's why. At least she has a man. She has a man. White man, purple man.
Are you saying it's our appearance, CT?
Yes, your appearance. Yes.
I'm popping every day, so
thank you, Miss Nay.
But no, because I think I'm popping every day. I dress up.
No, you have to get rid of those locks and get nice.
No, I'm not getting rid of my locks. I have them.
Let's not feed into this because chaotic. Ultimately, what you said is ultimately still was null and void. I mean, at the end of the day, now you're saying that we need to look like Kamala.
What's the title? Why am I not getting approached?
Again,
I've gotten approached with locks. I've gotten approached.
I'm trying to tell women why they are not getting approached, and then they're getting mad at me telling them why they're not getting approached by a man.
You're not going to get approached by a man that is sitting in the house and playing a video game. Okay,
bro. So let me just clarify a point real quick.
I know you don't have to clarify him. He's saying the reason we need to make ourselves in this sort of this box where these men are that don't even want to be out in the first place. So it does not make any sense.
So all right, real quick. Caesar's Palace with the finals. Guys, ice cream dates, coffee dates, and cheesecake dates. Women say they don't want them. Men see that the juice is not worth the squeeze. Enoch with the $5. Enoch was popping.
You keep talking, man. You keep talking.
I forget who is it? I forget. Enoch with the $5. What's up, Enoch? Interesting. Is the ease of porn better or worse for our society? Might be worse. But what chaotic? Just real quick, CT. What chaotic was saying is men are choosing the ease of access to porn over dealing with women. And this is men that are successful. He's not just talking about the ones you want to call incels. If you could rub one out and get back to business, men are opting to do that as opposed to dealing with the bullshit. That's what he's saying in terms of men not approaching. And so that's where the conversation happens is, are they not approaching? Are they not approaching you for a particular reason? Are they not approaching women because it's not the juice ain't worth the squeeze, like Caesar Palace said? That's what he's articulating.
Listen, Nay, I like you a lot. I think that out of all the women on this panel, other than Gway, you don't cackle like, Gentle Love. You don't have an attitude like Dana. I rock with Tay though. She's very peaceful. Sis, you kind of yap at the mouth too. But here goes the thing. As a man, I am telling you these things because I care. A lot of men, we would love, well, not me, I'm married. We would love to approach women. But, it's, if you're wearing a triple fat goose coat and some jeans, and that's not elegant. Look at women in the 50s and look at pictures. This is what women should do. Look at women from the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe the 80s. Look at them in places like the mall, the supermarket. Look at how thin their waists are. Look at black women, white women. That's what women should look like. That's attractive. But all of this, hair, all these locks and big ass hoop earrings and attitude, it's like a goddamn cartoon character.
Well, you're being ridiculous right now, and you're trolling, but you want people to listen to you because there's no way in the world you're saying that someone with locks in their hair
I'm about to
which
call
is
her
your
the
symbol of
M-word.
beauty.
Yeah.
No. Listen, you're being ridiculous, chaotic, because you can't sit there and mock the beauty of a black woman because she has locks in her hair, and that's part of the reason.
About
and then
all
talking
women.
about small, but then talking about small waist. There's that you talked about Nay's locks, so shut up.
The black woman's
small
so
waist.
versatile. I
Because
can't.
when you met your wife, did she have on closer to 50s and 60s? No,
Yes,
she
was
didn't.
Ma'am, she's okay.
Your
Ma'am.
wife was trapped in a time warp.
It's not about clothes from the 50s and the 60s.
You just said that.
It's about a conservative business professional look everywhere you go, ma'am.
So we have to walk around in blazers and slacks
They did
every
it in
day.
the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Right. So when you met your wife,
pretend.
she had blazers and it's slacks. You're being ridiculous.
Ma'am.
We can't pretend to be valley girls. We're not valley
It's
girls.
not about a valley.
We
This
can't
is
pretend to be
ridiculous.
valley girls.
It's
As
not.
you described your wife,
Wait,
we
this
can't
is why.
do that because we're Black American, okay? We
Yeah,
can't
you wear
pretend to be
blazers
valley girls.
every single
Go
day.
beat your
Like what
meat
you're
then.
wearing.
Matter of fact, go get her pregnant because her time is
why.
coming.
This is why.
You're about
This
to
is
be
why.
geriatric. You need to go in there in the room over there.
Damn, man.
CT,
Yeah.
No, he
how
can't.
you come on the show
No,
dress?
he
Is that how
can't.
you dress every single day?
I don't wear this every day, but every single day I am dressed up because I don't want to get caught lacking. It's
how-
funny because
how would you be lacking, though?
every time I will go out, if I'm not running, I'll go out looking like a bum, thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna run to the store real quick. It sure enough, somebody from my past, or sure enough, it's somebody that knows me that I ain't seen in a long time. I'm like, damn. So now their perception is, dang man, this dude, is he struggling? Is he a bum or something?
Oh, so it's a perception.
It's a perception thing.
Okay, so you don't want to look like a bum.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Men,
Oh, okay.
He wanted that fake black
But
girl.
was it
They act like
Steve
a
Jobs?
valley
He was
girl.
a whole
It's all about
millionaire, and
perception.
but Steve Jobs was a whole millionaire, billionaire, and look how he was dressed. You can still dress in like down.
You wait a minute,
You still
ma'am.
dress down.
Ma'am.
Why you feel like you have to
Ma'am,
dress?
ma'am, you're comparing a man who literally put a dent in the universe to me.
Okay, so someone like a Russell Simmons, he wears
Ma'am.
yoga attire all the time.
Ma'am, Steve Jobs could wear the same turtleneck every day because he was Steve Jobs. This man literally had tens of thousands of people working for him. He literally had offshoring. His company was global. So he could wear a damn tank top for all we care. That's Steve Jobs. But me, Hemp, we have to look a certain way. Men have to look a certain way when we go out. And women do too.
But Hemp has on a hoodie.
Ma'am, Hemp is his own man. Listen, but what I'm saying is that I go out everywhere, even if it's to the corner store, which I don't like going to corner stores, but even if it's to the corner store, I got a blazer on, some slacks on, etc. Because the Arabs in there, I'm not their buddy. I'm not their cousin. I don't want them talking to me like lackadaisical.
This is off topic.
But you should be able to be versatile.
This is off topic. This is off topic.
Yeah.
You're married. Who cares what you think about? No, listen. So you're trying to tell me
Part of the M word.
I don't care. One minute men are sitting there wanting to play video games. They don't want they have the fear of rejection, which is it's fear based, as someone said earlier.
It's not the fear of rejection.
It is
piece of it. They said
social anxiety.
It's easier to play video games than it is to go out there and approach a woman. Then you also say that women have to dress conservatively and business casual every day. How are these two entities going to meet if the men feel it's easier? Do you and it seems like you're negating also that men are fear-based and want to be treated as the women nowadays. Because we talked about that earlier today.
Can you do this to the screen real quick? Can you show the screen your nails real quick?
Why?
Because that's one of the reasons why men aren't approaching you.
Because my nails are painted?
Yes.
Well, guess what? My man won't care about my nails being painted or being painted.
Really?
That won't be the reason why a man won't want to talk.
Wait. Do you agree that painted nails are
green? Painted nails, green,
any color. Any color.
There are conservative colors, and then there are cartoon colors. If I'm a man, why on earth would I see a woman with cartoon green, cartoon purple? Ooh, let me go talk to her. No, No, it's just like with the hair. If you have purple hair as a woman, that is an indicator of a problem. I don't get what's so hard to understand about this.
Damn. All right, hold on.
Grown up, in between, churn and bang.
Lauren Mack with the $2. He says, "Oh DJ, that's my DJ. What up though? Hey, beautiful ladies." UT with the $2. Comprehension is low. I see, shaking my head. Double R Films with the $2. CT is correct. If you really listen to understand. YKS with the $2. CT wife catching strays, shaking my head. Enoch with the $5. YouTube suggested this for me. Proud of you, Hamp. Keep doing your thing. Thank you. Like that. Enoch, that's my man. So all right, let's slow down. All right, slow down. Okay. Did you guys hear the point where he said they are choosing this because the juice isn't worth the squeeze? Forget it.
How would
They
they
just
know?
saying,
How would they know if they're playing video games and beating their meat?
It says he didn't just use video games. He said successful men could be reading, they could be podcasting, and so as opposed to going try to do X, Y, and Z, they just rub one out because they get the same benefit without all of the headache. Is that not realistic to you guys?
On the other hand, what about the fat slide that's 15 minutes away? Why won't they just go hit that and go back home?
Question though. What I just said, is that unrealistic?
It's not unrealistic.
It's not true.
It's unrelated.
Let me speak for myself. That is a very convenient thing to do if I got shit to do.
Again, it what he's saying.
I'm not asking you guys to refute. I'm just saying, does it make sense though when you hear it?
It makes sense.
No.
It does make
It's
sense.
just unrelated.
No.
So Dana, men will do that over pursuing women because of all the factors. Fear could be one, convenience is another. All of those things matter, right? Didn't Love say that earlier? There's situations, right, where this is why they do X, Y, and Z. It's not just people who can't get vagina. Are we saying that's unrealistic?
Now, I don't think it's unrealistic, but what I don't like about it is that it basically says we're only sex. You only see us for sex. I mean, I get what you're saying. That makes sense. But like, you don't want to just talk to us. Oh, she look like gonna have a good conversation, or, you know what I mean? We're not thinking about turnoffs in terms of attraction. We're talking about approaching them, to want to talk to them, to potentially date, potential relationship, whatever. It's more than sex.
Question, Tay, did the 49ers win or lose last week?
I don't know.
So I'm just saying, like, it's just little things, Nate. If we just had to have a conversation, like, we got more to talk about with the fellas.
I mean, but he could tell me, you know.
He could tell you.
Talk about it. I might not have nothing to offer, but we can talk about it. You can talk to me about it.
They won last week.
But that might be tough, though, right, Tay? Like, if you don't got nothing to offer, you're like, oh, okay.
I mean, not about that in particular, but shit, we can talk about more than football or sex. Damn, like, that's
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
This is what I don't understand. All right, I do understand, but I can't seem to get y'all to understand. The people that you're referring to, the ones who would rather talk to the guys, homies over hoes, the guys who would rather play video games, they'd rather beat off, they'd rather watch porn, all of those things. Go do that. That's fine. If that's what you would rather do, if approaching women, if dating is too much for you, or it's too overwhelming, it gives you social anxiety, or you're just not that interested because the juice is not worth the squeeze, fine. Be that as it may. Those aren't the men that we're talking about when we're having this conversation about who's getting approached and why we're not getting approached. It's just not the same conversation at all. And I can't stress that enough, so I won't say it again.
Even if we're not getting approached because that's what they want to do, the bottom line is they're just not going to approach us. That's just my point. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. If there's a man that wants a legacy and he wants to have children and he wants to do all that, like Hamp and them said, niggas just really, what they say, you having kids for a legacy. You that's it. Y'all just fucking the fuck, right? So if that's the case, if you just If your only duty is for your legacy and that is to get married and have children or just have children, period, then that's what you're gonna do. So if that's what it is, then that's what it is, chaotic. I mean, we can't argue if
Man, don't
that's
know
what
nothing about having no children. He's podcasting. But anyway, go ahead and explain further, chaotic, because we don't get it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Let me read these real quick. Tony Golden with the $5. CT, you think their physical representation may be an indicator on the time of woman, on the type of woman they may be? Colored nails, and hair equal undesirable / attitude?
Yeah, I want to answer all of those in a minute.
Okay, yeah, we can. I'll come back. Caesar Powell says OnlyFans.
But
T.O. with the $2 says
about the women that showing their titties.
T.O. with the $2 says no, chaotic. No, chaotic saying y'all are unnecessary stress.
Then don't date us.
Mike Brown with the isn't that what we are? Mike Brown with the $5. I'm 5 minutes behind, but I've asked this question before. If women don't change and men don't change, who suffers more? We answered that question before. Cellulite with the $5 says easier to jack off rather than go through leaps and bounds for a possible encounter. It's a convenience, not a necessity. Tony Golden with the $5. In 2023, y'all not conversational masters. You have no other relationship skills, no hobbies or interests. Unfortunately, box is all a lot offers. Tony also just gifted a brother. All right.
I'll say it again. I'm going to answer that super chat and the other one. So I'll say it again, sis, and I will keep saying it. Men obviously love coochie. Okay? We love coochie for the last time, sis. That's why we get our basic needs fulfilled a lot of times in porn because it's simple. What men on the surface like is a feminine woman. We don't want to date a pinky. We don't want to date these characters in porn who are loud mouth and nasty mouth and attitudes. That's what porn is for. It's for that quick little fantasy. But what men love is a nice, sensual woman. A woman who doesn't have cartoon colored nails, pink hair. A woman who's not boisterous and loud and yapping. No, men generally love peace and tranquility with a woman. Most men don't like whores. We like them for sexual purposes, but we don't like them as dating partners. And what I'm saying is that men aren't approaching women because what we see or what men see is generally whores, and more whores everywhere. We don't want to see that. We don't want to date that. Yeah, of course you want to get coochie, but you don't want to have that as your wife, generally speaking. So there are indicators. One of the indicators is hair. Another one is eyelashes. Another one is your dress appearance. Those are indicators of being a whore. Those are indicators of a problem. Those are indicators that maybe I should stay away, just like people stay away from cartoon colored snakes too, because those are poisonous. But millions of years of evolution, we know that biologically speaking. So men are not approaching women, generally speaking, because what is there to approach? What is there to approach?
You're
if I'm in the grocery,
what you fucking watching while you hiding behind closed doors.
You missed
that
my
does not
point.
make any sense.
I'm telling you, those listen.
You want something that you're not even obtaining yourself.
Oh my God, ma'am.
You're watching porn,
Ma'am,
but you want a nice woman.
Man, let me tell you something real quick. In college, there was a girl that I knew, super Christian, but she was a whore in the bedroom. Very
Is this the one
nasty.
where you were outside of the bedroom door listening to her have sex?
I never dated that chick, Dana.
Oh, I just want. That's not the same person.
No, this is a girl that I was having premarital sex with. She was nasty in the bedroom, but when we were out in public, she used to wear dresses to her ankle. She spoke like a good little church girl, and that's why that actually turned me on. She didn't have cartoon color nails. She had nice, beautiful long hair. She was black. She wasn't white. She was black. She was
So why
focused.
didn't you marry her?
I wasn't interested in marriage in my 20s. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So you messed it up. So you're an F boy.
Well, it's 4 billion women on the planet. I mean,
no, what are y'all talking about, man? I'm trying to
STG, like he's sitting there. I don't even know what he's talking. He's about college days. Who cares?
You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about men want porn. They want whores, but they don't want a whore. So why, like as Rose said, if you don't want a whore, you just want to do it to them. When are you going to settle down and get serious and really go after the type of woman that you want?
Ma'am, I'm already married, but when the woman gets serious.
Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to talk to a man that's single, that's really out there, because you're single. I mean, you're married, been married for a long time. You out the game. I don't want to talk. You offer nothing to us. I want men on the panel that actually can talk about now, not college days.
You're sauced. You're sauced. Calm down. You're sauced. You've been drinking all day.
Sir, you're strolling right now.
Let's. All right, I'm gonna drop the link in a second.
Taco Bell.
We're gonna do one. Taco Bell. Let me do one at a time. We're gonna rotate the fellas, right, or whoever hits the link, ladies, whatever. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering why these men are opting to use these other avenues to pleasure themselves as opposed to pursuing women. And what I'm saying, guys, is that it's not just these men who can't get vagina. I think I'm just saying that consider that point because it's not a far-fetched thing.
I agree with that.
I have a question, and I'm gonna talk to you, Hams, because you're making more sense to me. You're saying men that can get vagina, they're like the highest, like top 15%, we'll say, right? You're saying even the top 15%. All right, the top 20% of men, you're saying even they would rather stay at home, play video games, and beat off than approach a woman. Is that what you're saying, or no?
I'm saying that the probability for that isn't as low as you may assume, and that's why I brought up a very high value person, the entertainer, that literally said that. Because of the pursuit of women, I think it's multifaceted. The want, the need, how necessary is a woman in his life. When a lot of men are now opting not to get married, they don't care about legacy. So if you omit those things, and I can rub one out and go back to playing video games or go back to finishing my work, why not do so? I'm just saying, stop. I'm saying it's very dangerous to dismiss something that if you look in the chat too.
The fuck?
I'm just saying, if you look in the chat, no, it's not. If you look in the chat, look at what the men are saying though.
Yeah, if that is.
So,
I guess
I'm saying is, hold on. Do I understand what I'm saying though? As opposed to just coming with a presupposition, that they saying that in the chat.
If that is what it is, and I agree with you. Let's just say I agree with you. That's what it is. Okay, you got it. You're right.
No, because it's a disingenuous agreement.
It's not disingenuous. I agree with you.
How is this likely with 4 billion women on the planet?
I know a specific man in particular that will say that is why. He will make it easier.
Go ahead, bro.
So if that's the case, well, what is the point?
What?
What is the point? If they don't want anything to do with us, what's the point?
The point of what, bro?
Why should we even be concerned about that? Why should we compete with somebody that has already made a decision as an adult that's what they want to do?
Well, I guess what we're gonna assess is why is that a viable option? Is the men just straight up saying the hell with it, or is the difficulty of women nowadays just not worth the pursuit?
So my thing
and then last point, bro. You also hear men saying what Love said. They said it. So I had a panel today. It was like 5 or 6 men out of 10 men that came, 12 men that came up there saying that they wait for women to come to them.
Right, and they're gonna be waiting. Because women are not gonna always approach. Majority of them are not
who it was.
Was
Hank up there?
Hank is up there. So are we just saying this is just fugazi, or I mean,
I have a question. So I looked at the picture, little Yachty. That's the little dark skinned boy with the bees, the real big bees hanging over his with the bangs. That him?
Yeah.
That little Yachty?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, child. So I'm asking a question for the men. Is it social anxiety and social awkwardness, and they're hiding that, or they're masking that and saying,
but you see what just happened in Lil Yachty though, love?
No, what happened?
Like, you see how you dog, like, why dog him?
Because that's the kind of man I wouldn't even want him to approach me like that right there. But listen to what I'm saying to you. The way he presents himself, that right there tells me some ain't too right or too keen. He doesn't present himself to me presentable. He has big beads coming over his face like a bang. And you say he talks like real, like high, not high pitch, but he talks high. So that kind of man, if he didn't have money, he wouldn't even be in any percentage to get a woman. And so we're using this man who presents himself as that as a yardstick and saying, see, even professional, high quality men don't want to approach a woman. Just because
So you're saying, so you agree with chaotic sentiment? Green nails, green hair, you deserve to be disregarded, right? Just based on your appearance.
Some people like that. I said,
that's not what I'm asking. No, because you just shit on your little Yachty, right?
I did. And I said,
okay, hold on. If we keep your same logic and employ it equally, then you agree with chaotic sentiment. Your perception and presentation.
Yes, to that person that was attractive to you. I'm sorry, I think Dana May said it. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. There are artists out there that will see a woman with green hair and say she's so artistic because she may be a hair. I've seen women that are hair. So I'm just saying,
it's a mood thing, right? But the thing is, you literally just pointed out Yachty. You didn't qualify. Hold on, let me because it's very. I'm just because there's people listening. So you didn't qualify all of that until we shifted it to something that would make a woman, would make a man not want to pursue a woman. That's when you then said, "Oh, it's who you like, et cetera, et cetera." You just shit on Yachty without any context.
I did not. I said I don't want that kind of man approaching me. I literally said that. I swear to goodness, I said that. I wouldn't want that kind of man approaching me. I literally said that when I first started talking.
Have you heard him talk? Have you seen him perform?
I did. When I was going to make some more tea, I did. I looked and I was like, "Who is this little Yachty?" I wanted to see what you were talking about. And like, again, that's not my cup of tea. He is not. And I'll even venture out to say women on my level too, or maybe even one on this panel. I'm venture to say he's not even their type either.
He's on a higher level than us, and it's not close. So
because he makes money,
there's someone for everybody.
Well, that's what level is, right? I mean, have you heard the man speak?
If he didn't have the money, though, money makes a lot of people attractive.
But you know, if your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle.
I'm just saying, but I get that, but let's be clear.
Yeah, that's a good question, real quick. So, how do we account for all the porn watching with the VCR tapes and all the porn watching throughout the past 100 years? How do we account for all of that porn watching?
I'm sorry, because I can answer.
No, just real quick. You don't need a VCR on the toilet now, sis. You can go in the bathroom with your phone and get busy.
Back in the
point
day,
is men been watching porn. So
but
how
access.
So you guys are putting a different reason why men are watching it now on the table.
As a former chronic masturbator,
clearly are.
I can tell you. Are you gonna let me finish? Or
Sis ain't listening. She got a presupposition that says this is wrong or it's unrealistic.
I'm very well.
But sis, if you consider the access points that exist now as opposed to then, right, and all the setup you had to do that chaotic mention, you wouldn't even be asking that question.
That's not what I'm saying. Is men been watching porn? So how now are they watching porn because now black women are now all of a sudden so undesirable? That's the bull.
Who said black women today?
To address.
Nobody said black women at all.
Sis,
can I address black women?
Can I address you now, sis? A lot of men won't admit this, but I will. As a former habitual jack offer, chronic masturbator, I can tell you, ma'am, and I was very young, but I can tell you it was like solving the quadratic formula when you were 7. It was like solving a calculus problem at a young age. That's how hard it was to watch Punani back in the day. But also back in the day, sis, all you got to do is go to auntie's house, go to grandmammy. Oh, I don't want to call your grandmother's grandmammy. Go to grandmother's house and look at the photo albums. Look at the women in the families back then. You can clearly see that the women, they dressed a different way. They weren't hoochie mamas. You probably had some back then, but men had something to approach back then. Even in the 90s, all you got to do is look at the worst of the 90s. Look at a Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown looks like a goddamn nun compared to, who's that whore's name? Sexy Red. Little Kim, I gotta say this, Little Kim is Mother Teresa compared to these whores now. Those were the worst in the... I remember when girls were singing Adina Howard, used to get suspended from school for singing Adina Howard's video looks like a Reading Rainbow episode now compared to the trash that's out now. So it was different back then. Men had something to approach. I'm giving you guys too much secrets.
Well, they don't want to approach them. And it's over-sexualizing in the first place. It's over-sexualizing. You have men that are deciding to watch porn, and you got women that are extreme cases. And what you're speaking of, what you call her, a whore, where Hamp just got on Love about calling that young man whatever she called him or called him out for whatever.
That's not true.
If you do get a chance to read why he's celibate, it's because he said he was over sexualized, and that's why he doesn't approach women, because he's celibate at this point.
Ro, can I ask you a question real quick? This is way off the topic. Did you just get done deaning some girls?
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Are you in a? Are you? Never mind.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay. Like the beret on. I'm like, okay, that just seems okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to just continue. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole no more. Everybody got an excuse for the reasons why they want to disregard the reason. Then there's no need to even keep talking about it. But we're just saying it's a real thing. So men are considering that over approaching women for various reasons. It could be convenience. It could be fear. Right? Those two things are viable. But the truth is they have that option to get that release. And men that got shit to do consider the women a headache. These are reasons, right? But the women are saying they using all that excuse. They just scared, and they wouldn't be outside anyway. So those aren't even the men that they need to address, because those men aren't even options. So that's what I heard just now from everybody, right? I think that's a good synopsis. But I don't think we should disregard any of it.
Out of 4 billion women, you mean to tell me that doesn't make that doesn't compute? That's stupid.
What doesn't compute?
That there's not a woman out here that's appropriately dressed or approachable out of 4 billion women on earth, and you're telling me you men cannot find one.
The title is "Why Am I Not Getting Approached?" So we're talking about.
I'm speaking to the points you were just
You're
talking
saying
about.
Not get one. I don't understand what that means.
He just said why aren't women getting approached? He's giving reasons why, right? We're not dressed right. We're not blah 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 blah, right?
But then you say that's dumb, right? But men are also telling you. But sis, men are also telling you it's true. So how do you get to qualify it as dumb?
4 billion women, men cannot find someone to approach. Is that what y'all are telling us today?
They can't find someone to approach.
Can I piggyback? Can I help, sis?
Yeah, let me just read these super chats real quick.
Go ahead.
I mean, Joe was popping with the $10. Why all this energy about men y'all clearly don't want? What are y'all doing to get men y'all want to approach y'all? Keeping the same energy tonight y'all had when we were up there. Bob, thank you for the cash app, my brother.
No, please.
Tony Golden with the $2. As a single male, I can say CT is accurate. Caesar's Palace with the $2. CT talking too much logic for the ladies. White Cats with the $2. They don't want to. They want to hear a panda bear. CT spitting. Bob with the $5. Talking to a woman can be very labor intensive with a what's that? With the with zero probability of success. It's a simple matter of time allocation towards pleasure. Tony Golden with the $2. Love checkmated herself, then moved the goalposts. UT with the $2. Hamp got love, LOL, contradicting as always. Bob with the $5. What do you think the most valuable thing you offer to a man? What do you think a man thinks is the most valuable thing you offer? OMAC with the $5. Black women, please understand, a man is attracted to you first. Second, black women, your position, your post-negative positive negative reaction to a man coming to you dictates his actions to you. OMAC, just spend $10 so you can type the whole goddamn word. Damn. Oh man, yo. This is I don't know, man. Tell a friend, and we out.